5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results. You remember?
aNGelA BassETT done her thing. God, I can't even say it now. I spoke about the BAFTAs yesterday, and I think I blacked out after I saw that from Ariana DeBose. If you don't know, Ariana DeBose, sorry, I should probably say it. Yeah, this is 60. Crazy. Old age. 60. 60 days. 60 days sober. You know, it's a monumental thing. That's 2 months. 60 is 2/3 of 100. It is also I don't know. It's cool. We made it. Anyway, I want to go straight into the BAFTAs. Because I spoke about the BAFTAs in the sense of like who won, who lost, the award show in that sense. And I must have completely blacked out the cringe-worthy moments of it. Because I don't deal well with cringe. I don't find it funny or amusing. It's more something I like. What's the word? I love it because it's like, oh, it's something to talk about. It's like funny. It's funny that it happened, but I can't watch it. Like I'll watch through my fingers or like squinting my eyes or something. It's like hard. It's like painful. It's painful. And Ariana DeBose, winner of supporting actress for West Side Story last year, she put on what I can only describe as a performance. It was technically that. That's not a lie. It was technically a performance. She was up there, technically singing, and in the first half, it was just a bit pitchy. It was alright. That was fine. Like, I don't know if maybe the music volume was too low and her voice was too loud or something, but it just didn't. It sounded a bit karaoke like, which is weird because she won supporting actress for a musical film, so she's obviously gifted in that sense. I still haven't seen West Side Story yet, but she was good in it apparently. But oh my god, your stocks have just dropped. They've plummeted because that was something. How about that? It was really something. It was a very white performance. Can I say that? Just the levels. It's when she raps about. Okay, so she goes into this sort of elementary school rap about all the people who are there, like Carrie Condon in Banshees and Michelle. Yo, you are the best, and it was just like really bad. And obviously the scene where she goes into the little inflection. aNGelA BassETT. I don't even want to say it. It was the worst part. And you know when you watch something and it's like cringy or funny, but you don't know if it's going to become a moment, it's going to become like a meme that's like everyone clips up and then you see it online later. Like at the time I watched it and thought, I was already like clenched up, like watching it. That part I recoiled like even more within myself. So I recognized it in the moment, but I didn't know if it was going to like take off in the way it has, and it has. Like scrolling to it today, I just keep seeing that clip again and again. I can laugh at it now. Now it's funny, but at the time, it was it was a hard watch. And this is like a rare thing. Wouldn't say this often, right? I don't give out these words, generally speaking, but that is one of the few times where that same performance would have came across better if it was Amy Schumer. And yeah, I said it, Amy Schumer. Not exactly the people's choice, not exactly everyone's favourite, Amy. Oh god, I mean, even though it's like old news, but still, it would have just came across a little bit better because Amy Schumer, she would have been doing it. It would have been coming from a better place. It's like, oh, this is bad, but it's Amy Schumer. We don't expect it to be good. It's like goofy bad, and it's like, oh, that's kind of her thing, and like, yeah. But Ariana DeBose, like, you're someone like, you're like good at this. You're like from this world. But it just seemed really like it was one of those moments where like she was meant to be like slaying, she was meant to be like, that's what was going on in her head of like the dancers and stuff and like the attitude. But like it was just sort of, it was like watching your school teacher get up and try and like sing Lizzo or something. Or like, imagine seeing your school teacher like a talent show and they get up and they sing like Lizzo or like Megan Thee Stallion. Like, you're gonna die inside. It's like, oh, this is funny and hilarious, but also I'm like cringing. You're like a 35-year-old woman and you wear like, pantsuits and stuff. Anyway, on Amy Schumer as well. I don't really like Amy Schumer. No offense, Amy, or take offense. I don't know you personally, and to be honest, you wouldn't care, would you? Not the best. Not the best. Obviously, I remember she done. I can't remember what she did. She did the Oscars. Did she do the Oscars? That is insane. That is insane. They had her doing the Oscars. Was that last year she was doing the Oscars? Or they split it between people and she did a section. I just remember like... I can't remember. I remember there was multiple things. I remember Will Smith obviously slaps the shit out of Chris Rock, which honestly feels so long ago, but that was only last year's one, right? Yeah, because we all won. And then she comes out, does some bad jokes. Not bad, but just like so low-hanging fruit obvious. I remember she made like... Here's the thing, right? There's a fine line when you're joking at the Oscars. You can either be self-deprecating. I feel like at the BAFTAs we saw a bit of that with Richard E. Grant, a bit of self-deprecating humor, just happy to be there, good vibes, good energy. That's never going to go down badly. Just here to have a good time, you're laughing. Even if people aren't laughing at what you're saying, you're laughing at what you're saying. You're genuinely enjoying it. Happy-go-lucky vibes. I don't know why they never get someone like Paul Rudd to do it. Everyone likes Paul Rudd. He's got a certain line delivery where whether what he's saying is laugh out loud funny or not, like he's the kind of person who could go up there and improv it and just speak off the rip, off the just spitfire out shit. He don't need a script. It's like, and everyone likes Paul Rudd. You're not gonna mess up, but they always go for these more out and out comedians, and it just doesn't really work that well. I thought there's a lot of people who they could get to do it, and I thought they always just misstep. I haven't actually. I don't know who the last people were to host it, but I just feel like they always take what feels like. I mean, Chris Rock wasn't bad, to be fair. He was good, and he created a great little moment there. But I don't know. I feel like Paul Rudd would be good. Zach Galifianakis, I think he'd be pretty good. Who else would be good? Do I reckon hosting the Oscars? Who would be good? I don't know. I don't like being put on the spot like this. Yeah. I'm just going to... I just think Paul Rudd's a great show. I'll leave out Paul Rudd. But the whole insulting other people or talking about things that have happened, embarrassing to celebrities or like big moments, and making fun of everyone because they're rich and you're allowed to make fun of them or whatever, only really been successfully done by like Ricky Gervais, Golden Globes, just took the opportunity and made like a roast out of it, just roasting people. The organisation, everything at a whole, the whole idea of us just being here in general, drinking while he's up there, taking shots. Who can laugh it off? We're going at Leo, we're going at Tarantino, we'll go at the Globes themselves, the people hiring me. Tom Hanks. And look, some people, Tom Hanks, it looks like he didn't take it as well as others. Other people just laugh it off. This guy's funny. This guy, we get the humor. This guy's just a prick. And people different ways. And there's other people who like try that and it just doesn't work in the same way. And you can tell it's just awkward. It's like, just do your own thing. Just be yourself. It's going to work better. Amy Schumer, getting up on stage. Like, where's the joke sometimes? It's like you're just referencing something that happened, but there's no punchline. She said something about Alec Baldwin because he shot that woman by mistake, but he did. And they're re-going on with production on that film. You'd think they just write it off, but no, they're like, we'll carry on like nothing happened. Pretty weird. But, yeah, you can't just be like, damn, Alec Baldwin. I'm trying to think of a way you'd word it. I can't remember how she said it. You'd be like, damn guys, those look like some great nominations for Best Picture. Who do you think's got a shot at winning? A shot as good as Alec Baldwin? Am I right? not cool, man. Just weird and awkward. And it's like, oh, that happened, yeah. Uh, and also, it's just like deep as well. Like, wow, way to bring the mood down. Um, but yeah. Oh, we got tons of energy today, as you can tell. We are literally bang, bang, bang on all cylinders. This is a, so what's it called, a stopgap. This is a definitely a. We're filling space. We're keeping the streak alive. It's like Duolingo. I've been trying to keep my streak alive, learning a new language. Some days I'll do like 5-6 lessons. You just go through them, or you just you do a fair few. Other days you maybe only do 1 or 2, but still you've taken a better time out. Sometimes I know I won't be in the mood for it, and I'll do one at like 1 minute past 12 in the morning. So like which is literally in about 15 minutes from now. If I did one then, and therefore I've got my streak for tomorrow, I ain't got to worry about it. And it's like, you're not really learning at this point. You're just trying to complete a streak. It's kind of like that. I'm just like, oh God, I'm crazily close to 100 when I think about it. I'm over halfway. I'm at 60 now. I'm like, I ain't breaking the streak. And once I get to 100, thing is, once you get to 100, it's like your next landmark is like what, 500? So far. I mean, I guess 200, 300, 400, but it feels like it's like 500. So it's like a lot longer to get to landmark 2 than it is to get to landmark 1. But yeah, Amy Schumer. Oh, a lot of things about Amy Schumer. But yeah, bad jokes there. Re-going on production with the Alec Baldwin thing, because that's just totally normal. Yeah, definitely. We all want to get back to work on that straight away. How Amy Schumer was like cast to play Barbie in the Barbie movie, who is now being played by Margot Robbie. So, take of that what you will. And it was going to be a different film, just to like, it wasn't the same director, it wasn't the same storyline. It was a different director, like with a different vision of doing a different thing. Like Barbie, it wasn't going to be the same. In the politest way possible, Barbie was going to be like more of a, you know what I'm trying to, anyway. But Amy Schumer, by the way, if I got attached to a film, right, to play like, I don't know, like a bodybuilder, me, yeah. If you ain't got the visuals, don't just trust everything I'm saying now. Don't check, but I am obviously yoked, right? But don't check. Just trust me. But yeah, I got cast by a bodybuilder, and it was being directed by like, I don't know who's shit. It was being directed by like Joss Whedon. Yeah. Oh no, he's behind me, isn't he? That type of, I was being directed by him, and they cast me to play this bodybuilder, this famous bodybuilder, right? And then things change. Joss Whedon leaves the project, and instead Scorsese gets attached to it, or Tarantino, or like Nolan, or like, I don't know, one of the biggest greats. And then they go, you know what? We don't want this. We don't want this fraud anymore. We'll go for Michael B. Jordan. You know, bit of an. I'm not gonna then out myself and be like, yeah, I got rejected. They decided to go for a more well-made film, and they therefore upgraded their actor, because before they wanted to tell a story of a fraudster who Barbie really is behind the scenes. She's actually this, like, she's not popular anymore. She's like a bit of, it's just gonna be a cheap comedy, and now we want to make her, she's sunk a bit more high level. And therefore I wouldn't tell people that. And if I would tell it in like a comedic way, in maybe like a stand-up gig, because she is a comedian. Instead, came out and said it in like a awkward way, like, they got rid of me can you believe it, for Margot Robbie? Margot Robbie, as if they replaced her with like Ki Hoi Kwan to play Barbie. Okay, that's a bit, Asian man to play Barbie. That's a bit more of a, really? Margot Robbie to play Barbie is like one of the most standard, like, yeah, that makes sense, to be fair. And she was, yeah. That's just Amy Schumer for you. And maybe, look, that information is wrong. But hey, I'm just going by what I've read, or I don't read, what I've heard through the grapevine, or great grapevine. Either way, what does either of those things mean? I heard it through the grapevine. I mean, grapevine makes sense because a grapevine, I can imagine that being a thing, like a grapevine. Or is it not vine at all? I don't know. It's one of those phrases. You know, in public, sometimes you want to say a phrase. Like, I'd be in a conversation in public and I'd want to say that phrase. But then I'd be like, oh, I heard it through, yeah, I heard that, yeah. Because I want to say the phrase, but I'm scared I'll say it wrong. And then they're going to be like, wait, what did you say? That's the worst. You say something and someone says, oh, wait, what did you say? In that tone as well. And then you got to be like, what? No, what? I heard it. No, what did you... Use the phrase. Say the phrase, and then you've messed up because they're like, okay, I said I heard it through the grapevine. Pronounce what you're saying a bit more, mate. You're kind of just being in the middle of two here because you just pronounce what you're saying. I heard it through the grapevine. Hey, commit to one grapevine, and then you get mocked. There's a joke about it in Rick and Morty, but I can't remember it. Like one of the earlier seasons. But yeah. Well, yeah, 16. We're gonna call it there. It's a roughie. Look, I feel like my one yesterday was decent. Or it was the day before that. So I don't feel. Or it was decently length. It was like 23 minutes or something. Yeah. Sorry, that was disgusting. It's not really. I burped and I blew it into your earlobes. But I'm not next. If I was next to you in person, I did that. Yeah, slap me around the face. But this. I did this in the past, so what are you gonna do about it? Yeah, this was 60. What a barnstorming rip roarer. They can't all be diamonds. They can't all be classics. So yeah. On to 61. I don't know.
Here with the kids. And they had like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. He was like,